What's up, nerds? It's Austin hosting today with another special episode of Simply Nerdy. We got David here as well. Welcome, David. I see you joined us during the little countdown we got. But we've got a really awesome Nintendo Direct partner showcase and indie world that we are going to be giving our reactions on, our predictions maybe. I was hoping to get a couple minutes of predictions before this thing gets started. So I honestly don't have a whole lot to say with regards to the indie side of things. I'm excited because the indie side has just been doing so awesome in terms of producing games that are quality content, way better than AAA or even quadruple A games these days. David, what do you think? Is there any predictions that you have? Anything you're excited to see?
I don't dare predict Silksong.
That's what Anthony and I were saying. We were saying the one prediction we have is that Silksong is not going to be announced.
The interesting thing is there have been, once again, rumors, but I feel like there's always rumors.
Yeah.
Because Gamescom happened recently, and some people were saying coming out of Gamescom, but some strong rumors for Silksong in the near future. But
yeah, absolutely. Welcome, Anthony. Let's see. We've got about, I'm guessing, one more minute. So.
It's because my volume is down.
Oh, there you go. Well, we are live. We've got about one more minute. I'm just going to go ahead and show our screen here. And let me maximize that so we don't have... Oh, I guess chat probably wasn't going to show up anyway. Thank goodness. But... Oh, here we go.
Hello, everyone. We'll now present today's Indie World Showcase and Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase back to back.
Nice.
First up, here's the Indie World Showcase.
Welcome to Indie World. I'm Amber.
And I'm Andrew. We're back with more indie games headed to the Nintendo Switch system.
All right, it's time to lay our cards on the table.
Sure thing. Wait, why is there a Joker in my hand?
Here's the deal.
Elatro?
Portals.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Combining it with Gwent or something?
Successful that it's getting crossovers.
Oh my goodness.
Anthony's favorite.
Yeah.
Do you think these affect the gameplay at all, or is it just like card skins?
I guess it's skins that also have maybe some kind of different effects when you play them.
Hola, som Nova d'Estudio, l'equip darrere de Gris, i ara el pròxim joc Neva. El nostre joc és una història de maternitat, on els jugadors assumeixen el rol de l'Alba. Començaran la seva aventura al costat d'una petita lloba anomenada Neva.
Els capítols inicials del joc mostraran com l'Alba haurà d'encoratjar i protegir una jove Neva dels perills del seu món. Però al final del joc, una Neva més gran i ferotge es convertirà en la protectora de la seva figura materna, l'Alba.
El equipo ha estado trabajando duro para mostrar una conmovedora perspectiva sobre cómo quienes nos protegen eventualmente necesitarán nuestro cariño y cuidados también. Estamos encantados de poder compartir las últimas novedades del juego y esperamos que os unáis a Alba y Neva en su aventura en Nintendo Switch.
Do you play Gris? Or Gris?
I
have not, no.
I could think so.
love the artwork though.
Yeah, no, this is impressive. Sure.
It's very very Studio Ghibli-esque.
Yeah. And Grease had the same kind of animation and art style. It just didn't have like any combat. It was wow.
I mean,
Release date pretty soon.
that looks really
Creep
impressive.
and crawl your way up the
Yeah.
corporate ladder of a bizarre insect megacorp that's buzzing with mysteries. In this surreal RPG, you'll take on the role of Moth Cubit, an ordinary employee who's recently received a promotion.
But this is no time to celebrate. The threat of a mysterious event known as the final process is looming. Can Moth and his fellow bugs save the company? Or even reality itself?
As you investigate the cramped cubicles and creepy corridors of the corporation, you'll befriend bugs from all walks of life, each with a story that's interwoven with Moth.
Not everyone will be friendly, though. Take on enemies in verbal showdowns with multiple dialogue choices and be sure to bring your fighting words.
Your choices influence how the story progresses. There are multiple secrets, quests, and endings to unravel. So experiment and see what happens.
Moth Cubit buzzes onto Nintendo Switch next spring.
Hey guys, we're AJ and Dio from Tokyo Productions in Indonesia. We're part of Coffee Talk team, and with our much missed friend and the original creator Fahmi, we created Coffee Talk and Coffee Talk Episode 2.
Hey everyone, I'm Anna Winterstein, a game designer and a writer. I was the co-writer of Coffee Talk Hibiscus and Butterfly alongside Junkie at Toge.
Hi, I'm Kentaro Ogawa, a writer and English to Japanese games translator. I had the privilege to work on the Japanese translations of both Coffee Talk games.
Today, we are thrilled to announce that we are partnering with Chorus to expand the Coffee Talk world.
We've been hard at work over the last year to come up with a story that retains the cozy elements Coffee Talk fans are fond of, but at the same time brings something new to the table.
And now, we're very proud to announce an exciting new game for Coffee Talk fans.
Coffee Talk Tokyo!
Anyone know what Coffee Talk is?
I have no idea what Coffee Talk is. What was that, David?
I was saying I've heard of it, but I've never played it. It's like a cozy game where you serve people coffee or something and talk to them.
All right.
The idea is that you run a coffee shop and then you talk to people and they have interesting stories or something like that.
It gives me Phoenix Wright vibes, but instead of a, detective lawyer, you're a coffee shop barista. Whatever that is. Not a barista, but...
Okay.
Not my kind of thing, but it is. I know there's a big, it's a cozy game.
Let's check out some upcoming downloadable content that will take you to new and unexpected places.
Discover a miniature clockwork world in the Sea of Stars Throes of the Watchmaker DLC.
Ooh.
Gear up for a journey full of oddities and wonders in which Valir and Zale will have to play by new rules to put a stop to a cursed carnival.
Zale will transform into a skillful juggler, while Valir will dazzle as an acrobat. Together with new playable character Artie, they'll explore new areas and battle through dangerous dungeons in their quest to save the world of
The
Orlin.
artwork is like a
A
revamped
malevolent spectacle
Chrono
awaits
Trigger.
when
Kind
this
of what
free
it
DLC for Sea of
reminds me
Stars
of.
launches on Nintendo Switch next spring.
Have you
I never
You-
played any.
you haven't
Stars.
Hey,
played
get out of my swamp.
It ain't
Sorry,
game at all,
Amber.
right?
No.
But just like
nope.
onions, this swamp has layers of dirt that need to be blasted away.
Ugh, fine. I'm ogre it anyway. A muddy good time awaits in the Shrek Special Pack paid DLC for Power Wash Simulator. Feel like an all-star as you wash away the grime covering 5
Power Wash
fairy
Simulator
tale
gets
maps
most
from
random,
the Shrek universe, including Shrek's very
I
own
don't know what you
swamp
call them.
and the Dragon's Lair.
They had a Final
Don
Fantasy
a
VII
shiny
one.
suit of armor with a new
Expansions or whatever.
night-themed character model. And get your power washing game on when
Weird,
the Shrek Special Pack DLC makes a
mechanics
splash
or-
on
or
the
something,
Nintendo
but-
Switch system this fall.
Hi, I'm Sam.
And I'm
Hi.
Toby.
Our team has been working on a new game called Morsels. You play as a mouse fighting against the forces of wicked cats,
Horrifying.
using magical cards to transform into a bunch of weird little monsters. It's a challenging roguelike set in a grungy, whimsical world.
When I first pitched Morsels 4 years ago, it was a simple top-down shooter, which is a genre I love. Since then, with the help of Sam and our programmer Iggy, we've been able to turn it into something much cooler and night efficient. I hope when people play Morsels, they enjoy the frenetic action, but are also charmed by the game's personality.
Please enjoy the first ever trailer for our strange little game.
Thank you.
What is this? It's quirky, but it's charming at the same time. Oh my gosh.
It looks like it could be fun in a very strange way.
Right. Yeah.
They say home is where the heart is. And that's especially true for this next game.
That's right. Household objects, appliances, and even concepts turn into eligible love interests in Date Everything, a game in which you can, in fact, date pretty much everything.
With 100 dateable characters, there are plenty of unconventional partners to choose from. Fall madly in love with Fabrizio the Cabinet. Become besties with Shelly the Shelf. Or come to despise Doug, your overwhelming sense of existential dread.
I think I'll pass on Doug. Can I fall in love with a lamp?
No way! Lux the Lamp is all mine! But did you know that you could even date the game itself? Why don't I introduce you to Textbox-chan?
Engage in flirtatious, branching dialogue with these fully voiced characters as you get to know them and form meaningful relationships.
Perish the thought, swashbuckler.
I draw as quick as my wit.
Bring your best dating game because your choices could result not just in love, but also in friendship. Or even disdain.
Find the object of your affection when Date Everything launches on Nintendo Switch October 24th.
Hi, I'm Sienna, the lead artist on Peglin.
And I'm Dylan, the game designer of Peglin and the founder of Red Nexus Games. The two of us created the first version of Peglin at a game jam in 2019. The theme of the jam was fall, and we wanted to create something fun and physicsy. We ended up creating the first version of Peglin's battle system.
When the pandemic started, working on Peglin became a fun and creative escape. We made cute places and enemies for our little goblin friend to explore.
We then added 2 of our friends to help speed up development, and now 4 years later, we're a team of 7, and we're excited to bring Peglin to Nintendo Switch.
The dragons have been stealing your gold for as long as you can remember. It's time to delve into the heart of their lair and exact your revenge with the power of pegs.
In this roguelike pachinko-inspired RPG, you'll aim orbs and hit pegs to deal damage in turn-based battles. The more pegs you hit, the more devastating the blow you'll deal to your enemies.
Bounce your way to victory with a variety of different orbs. Some can split into multiple copies. Others will pierce both pegs and enemies. And some will even heal you for every peg you hit.
The pegs themselves have
That's an
some
interesting
peculiar
idea.
properties too.
Yeah.
They
I could see that being pretty
explode,
fun.
help you unlock the critical power of your orbs, and more. With careful planning and aiming, you can create some spectacular combos.
Relics will radically change your game too. Equip these rare passive power-ups to prevent lethal damage or turn pegs into bombs. Just to name a few. Each run presents new opportunities for possible combinations.
Teach those dragons a lesson when Peglin bounces onto Nintendo Switch as a timed console exclusive later today.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow, yeah.
Pretty quick whether that one's good or not.
What? Oh, goodness.
Wobbly light. Okay.
Okay, follow my lead and watch out for the caterpillar.
We're doing great so far. Hey, careful! There's a Andrew!
Oops, let's try this again. Scoot, scoot.
And jump! Good thing we're tied together.
Look, a key. Let's grab it.
Hey, don't jump on my head.
I'm going in.
Oh! All right, let's slow it down. And jump!
Got it.
Yay!
We make a great team. Now let's try it with 8 players.
Oh.
Oh boy! As you can see, cooperation is key in this puzzle platformer. Up to 8 players need to work together to navigate levels full of ledges, cliffs, and other obstacles.
Use strategic stacking, coordinated movement, and puzzle-solving skills to find all the keys and reach every level's exit. There are more than 60 levels, and each one can be completed no matter how many players you have on your side.
Think it'll be a walk in the park? Think again. Even
One of those
greater
games that's just like
challenges
a blast
await
to
in
play,
dark mode,
but
where your
local
skills
party.
and your friendships will be put to the ultimate test.
Get ready for multiplayer mischief when Pico Park 2 jumps onto Nintendo Switch as a timed console exclusive later today.
It could be like one of those fun, super fun
Can't get enough
local party
indies?
games.
Here are some more titles headed to the Nintendo Switch system in the near future.
Ooh. Wait, huh?
I thought this was already on there. What are we missing?
Shovel of Hope DX? I'm not sure. Still intrigued.
Remember Austin was interested in this one. Europa. Like Hades, but with a cozy management cinematic. Looks kind of cool. I'm always looking for new strategy games.
Yeah. That's some pretty cool pixel art.
This one.
Oh, yeah, I'm really interested in this one.
All the hands-on previews that happened recently were very positive. So I'd be surprised if that one didn't end up awesome.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's all for today's show. Hey, where'd you get that pizza?
I found it in that tower over there.
What tower?
Oh. The tower.
the heck?
It was released on Steam and became really popular.
Okay.
Like a frenetic, high-speed platformer.
Interesting. For some reason, this gives me like serious Ren and Stimpy vibes.
Yeah. I feel like people were comparing the gameplay to some of the old Wario Land games.
Yeah. All right. Well.
Crazy, but
That's all for today's Indie World. We hope you enjoyed
one of those
today's
games that was
showcase.
like a big indie success story.
As always, a big thank you to our indie
hit on
community
Steam.
and partners making games for Nintendo Switch.
I mean,
Follow
I will
our
say,
official
even
Indie
though
World
it-
account
a
to
lot of that
stay up
looks
to
pretty
date
silly,
on all things
they all
indie on the
were unique.
Nintendo Switch system.
And that's
Stick
the
around for
biggest
more
thing.
exciting news and updates in today's Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase, starting right now. Until next time, happy gaming!
I really like
nerdy.
how indies you can trust indies to be unique and yeah.
And there were some that are just guaranteed winners, like Sea of Stars DLC and
Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase. In this presentation,
Yeah, I was gonna
we'll be
mention
focusing on Nintendo Switch games launching in the second half of 2024 from our publishing and development partners. Okay, let's get into the headlines. These games are falling into place.
Tetris.
Celebrate the 40th anniversary of Tetris with a compilation of historic games. Experience the 1988 Famicom version of Tetris. Chain combos using explosions in Tetris 2 plus Bombless. Use special moves to win in Tetris Battle Gaiden. And more in this interactive museum, including the games shown here. In addition, enjoy the brand new Tetris Time Warp, where you'll jump between gameplay styles from across the series. You can also watch new documentary clips about the history of Tetris and its key players. Tetris Forever drops onto the Nintendo Switch system this year. Plus, the NES version of Tetris is coming to Nintendo Switch Online this winter. And be on the lookout for a Tetris 99 Maximus Cup event, also coming this winter. Speed into the unknown. Journey to the galaxy's depths in this high-speed sci-fi adventure. After receiving a mysterious distress signal, you'll venture through a massive alien world to reunite with your beloved. Ride the stylish hoverboard to explore.
Oh no. No.
Stunning landscapes
Okay.
filled with all sorts of alien structures, from scorching sands to wavy waters. Each area will challenge your traversal skills. Along the way, you'll face enemies in frenetic melee combat. By unlocking skills and combining different abilities, you can find more creative ways to overcome foes. You can also customize the hoverboard to match your riding style, solve puzzles, and gather resources to boost its speed, steering, gravity, and more. Whether you're racing through terrain at high speeds or in the throes of combat, the hoverboard will be there to help you. Leave no stone unturned as you explore
Tony
every
Hawk Pro
corner of this
Skater, the
vast
RPG.
planet. You never know
What's
what
that?
or who you'll find.
Tony Hawk Pro
Star
Skater, the
Overdrive
RPG.
launches as a timed exclusive on Nintendo Switch next year. Do whatever floats
intriguing.
your goat.
I'm intrigued. For sure.
Welcome to the vast island of San Angora, where you'll take on the role of a goat. We're not kidding. In this sprawling sandbox adventure, you'll headbutt, lick, and explode your way across the island. Wreak havoc on anything and everything you find. Want to drive around town, join a yoga class, antagonize the locals? You can do all of that and more. Complete quests and gain karma to progress the story and unlock customization options. From fashionable nonsense like floral shirts and inflatable tubes, to goat variants, including tall, angry, and even tasty goats. So buckle up and grab your fashion style by the horns. And you're not the only belligerent Billy around here. Unleash all sorts of bad mischief in 2-player online or couch co-op. Hope you're ready to hoof it, because the digital version of Goat Simulator 3 rams its way onto Nintendo eShop later today. The physical version of the game launches on Nintendo Switch this November.
Rip Games.
Here's a
Being
rapid
shadowed
fire
off
mix
today.
of first reveals and game updates coming to Nintendo Switch.
First reveal. Yeah.
There's a couple of like RPG series I've never touched but have a long history, like Legend of Heroes, Trails games or whatever, and the Ease games. Lies or Ease.
Make Bikini Bottom your playground. Is this SpongeBob? No, this is Patrick. The silly sea star from SpongeBob SquarePants stars in this physics-based sandbox adventure. Bikini Bottom is your oyster. Make some hilarious mayhem by performing whimsical skydives, digging up treasure in the dump, or even blowing off steam in Mrs. Puff's rage room. Experiment with items you find, from exploding pies to paint tubes, to make the world more Patrick-y. And he's not the only familiar face here. Take on comical challenges from SpongeBob, Sandy, Squidward, and more.
Buckle up.
Hey, who turned out the lights?
Step into Patrick's shorts and the inner machinations of his mind. When SpongeBob SquarePants, the Patrick Star game, launches on Nintendo Switch October 4th. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop. Ready for your very own personal trainer?
Okay, let's get started. Ready? 1, 2, jump.
The latest entry in the Fitness Boxing series is punching its way onto Nintendo Switch. Newly added features make it easier to train more regularly. Use Quick Workout to jump into an exercise program right after launching the game.
That's right. Put the punches together. But it looks like you've got more in you.
Once you're done, try going the distance.
Along with an extra workout.
With Mitt Drills, you'll practice with your instructor at your own pace.
Looking good.
And in Sit Fit Boxing, you can complete exercise programs while seated for a different training experience. 30 brand new songs are included. There are also 6 instructors, including 2 new ones. Plus, you can change their hairstyles. Let them motivate you as you work toward your goals.
Nice.
Fitness Boxing 3, your personal trainer, launches on the Nintendo Switch system December 5th. This is going to be a match to remember. 8 Capcom fighting games are brawling their way onto Nintendo Switch in one collection. Here's the complete roster of games. Capcom vs. SNK Millennium Fight 2000 Pro. Capcom vs. SNK 2 Mark of the Millennium 2001. Project Justice. Capcom Fighting Evolution. Street Fighter Alpha 3 Upper. Plasma Sword Nightmare of Philstein.
His name.
Power Stone. And Power Stone 2. Each game has its own training mode and is playable online. You can also visit the museum to enjoy artwork and music from each game. Capcom Fighting Collection 2 launches on Nintendo Switch next year. Plus, jump into the fray when Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection Arcade Classics hyper combos its way onto Nintendo Switch September 12th. Digital pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop. The physical version of the game launches on Nintendo Switch November 22nd. Next, please take a look at this.
Hey, I will.
私の声を聞いている遠い時代のあなたへ。命ある者は皆無数の記憶を積み重ねながら生きていく。やがて記憶の雫は魂を育み形作る。
ユミヤにとっては見えるのが正しいこと。でも正しいことって一つじゃないのよ。
すべて滅びたと思っていたが。
正しいことって何？絶対に許さない！
身の程知らず愚か者。
今日はそうただのご挨拶ですとも。
これが私の全力！どうか真相を解き明かして。
Those ongoing series, Atelier.
We hope you're looking forward to the newest entry in the Atelier series, featuring a brand new protagonist.
Atelier.
All right, let's see some more headlines.
Other RPG series I've never touched.
Await
Google
in
Gaming.
these Nintendo Switch
same here.
games. HD remasters of the first 2 Suikoden games are coming to Nintendo Switch in one bundle. Meet and befriend up to 108 allies in these turn-based RPGs. During your travels, you can strengthen your home base and expand your spheres of influence while fighting for your cause. This collection adds new support features, like the ability to speed up combat and automate battles with a single button. Suikoden 1 and 2 HD Remaster, Gate Rune, and Dunan Unification Wars launches on Nintendo Switch March 6th, 2025. The HD 2D remake of Dragon Quest III draws near. After gathering your companions and selecting their vocations, you can now customize their appearance, voice, and more. With the new Monster Wrangler vocation, you can use monster-like abilities to fight enemies and heal allies. There may also be places where you can put monsters to use, but that's for another time. Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake ventures onto Nintendo Switch November 14th. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop. 3 Castlevania games originally released on the Nintendo DS system: Dawn of Sorrow, Portrait of Ruin, and Order of Ecclesia rise again in a single collection. Arcade classic Haunted Castle is also included, featuring the original and a reimagined version. Plus, there's a gallery that includes exclusive art and a music player. Castlevania Dominus Collection launches on the Nintendo Switch system later today. Build something you believe in.
Yeah, Dawn of Sorrow is my personal
The award-winning strategy series
Which one is
returns
the one
with
where you had to use the stylus quite a bit?
Civilization 7.
Dawn of
Rule
Sorrow.
as one of many
Oh, yeah.
legendary historical figures, including
Or how they
newly
handle
added
that with
leaders
how to
such
touch
as
screen.
Queen Himiko. Friendship is her strength, and she can initiate diplomatic endeavors that help you research new technologies, expand your territory, establish your empire across the map, and conquer or cooperate with rival civilizations. You can even create your own path through history by choosing different civs with each new age. In the modern age, you can evolve your empire into Meiji Japan, known for its scientific strength and military force. Plus, you and your friends can see your kingdoms collide in online or local play. Can you create an empire that stands the test of time? Turn the page on a revolutionary new chapter when Sid Meier's Civilization 7 launches on the Nintendo Switch system February 11. Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop. Forge bonds transcending time. Celebrate the 30th anniversary of the Tales of series with a remaster of the action RPG Tales of Grace's F. When the protagonist Asbel and Prince Richard meet Sophie as children,
We will always be friends.
the three soon become lifelong friends. Several years have since passed. With their strong friendship and desire to protect their loved ones, the now grown-up trio get entangled in a conflict that will determine the fate of the world. This remaster adds enhancements like destination icons and toggling enemy encounters, as well as downloadable content from the original game.
Shining blade of
Tales of Grace's F Remastered launches on Nintendo Switch January 17th. 2 adorable adventures, 1 cozy bundle.
Well, the game I played is
Not.
This one was rumored for Switch. This My Sims game.
Very much fun to me.
Need more Sim style games in your life?
What's that?
You don't need more Animal Crossing style games in your life?
More help is wanted. Think you've got what it takes to manage this perilous pizzeria? Test your skills and your nerves in this first-person horror game. As the newest employee of Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, you'll have plenty of job duties, such as helping performers prep for a show in the Pizzaplex salon, getting high scores by playing nostalgic arcade minigames, and hopping on attractions like a log ride. Sounds easy enough, right? But you'll be doing all of this while avoiding animatronic atrocities along the way. Become a Fazbear Entertainment superstar in Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted 2, launching on Nintendo Switch this holiday. And if you're looking for more adventures in the Mega Pizzaplex, help Cassie find her friend and escape the ruins in this free story DLC for Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach, launching on Nintendo Switch this holiday. Let's check out some Nintendo Switch games launching in time for the holidays.
What a good
Really promising.
Yeah, I'm curious. Not at all interested in it.
Thing if it was in the Shire,
Oh boy. I'm intrigued by this one. I like Lego games, and this one looks more imaginative than usual.
My kids love several of the Lego games.
Why do you stand in my way?
Me? I should ask the same of you!
Welcome to the eastern nation of Azuma. After a calamity struck, the energy sources known as runes ceased to exist, and the land fell into decline. In this fresh take on the Rune Factory series, step into a bigger adventure than ever before. As an earth dancer, you'll channel the spiritual powers of nature through dance. Use the sacred drum to help crops grow faster, and the sacred parasol to summon rain. These treasures and your earth dancer abilities can revitalize the land. Restore this once fruitful region to cultivate fields, construct houses, and more to revive nature and establish prospering villages. Venture through the enchanting lands of Azuma, but beware, monsters may lie in wait. Harness your earth dancer abilities to confront them and restore certain monsters to their human forms. As you settle into village life, get to know the community around you and deepen your relationships to find friendship or even romance. Who knows? A wedding could even be on the horizon. Experience a beloved series reimagined. In Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma, launching on Nintendo Switch next spring. Next will be our last announcement. Please take a look.
死にてえやつだけかかってこい
Immerse yourself in the story that started the epic saga in Yakuza Kiwami. Meet Kazuma Kiryu, a Yakuza accused of murdering his clan's patriarch, and Haruka, a young girl on the run, two individuals whose fates intertwine. Set in Kamurocho, Japan's largest entertainment district, Kiryu must navigate the twists and turns of Tokyo's underworld while confronting rival gangs. Swap between 4 fighting styles in real-time combat. Fight bare knuckle, or arm yourself with makeshift weapons and go up against anything in your way. There are also plenty of distractions to be found in Kamurocho. So take a break from brawling every once in a while. Discover how the epic series began when Yakuza Kiwami launches on Nintendo Switch October 24th. That's all for today's Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase. Thank you for watching.
Okay, so here's my thoughts. There's some good stuff in there, but when they were talking about doing this showcase, they said very carefully, we are not going to be talking about the Switch 2. And my opinion is you go basically. I would sum it up as, how do we talk about the Switch 2 without talking about the Switch 2? You make it clear that the Switch is done. It's ready. You know, scoot it out. There's I don't know. I mean, a lot of that seems like all, you know, really end of life console stuff. Anyway,
even the fact that they were combining these two showcases indicates they didn't have enough to stand on their own. Although I'd say those were pretty standard. I'd say that was a standard length for both the indie showcase and a partner direct. And the types of games they tend to announce in those, it was like on par with what they've done in the past. So, but it's still interesting that they combined them. It's almost like, and they did it in August. Usually they do like any kind of presentations in September, right?
I think that's a usual thing, yeah.
So people were immediately speculating, oh, they're going to get these, they're going to combine them, get them out of the way so that September can all be for a Switch 2 reveal or something. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, it felt, I mean, I guess I'll put it this way. You know, yeah, some of that stuff did kind of feel like it wasn't too far off the usual mark. But for me, I guess I usually come away with a little bit more like, oh wow, that was a surprising reveal. That could be pretty cool. This one was more, oh yeah, someday maybe I'll play some of those. I don't know. You know, maybe that's just me. I know there was. I feel like there was probably some big ones. The Suikoden. I feel like at least there's a certain group of fans who are going to be over the moon about that, because I feel like we were talking about that somewhat recently.
So there was an indie game, well, a spiritual successor called like Ayuden Chronicles, I think, and it was supposed to be like the original creator of Suikoden was involved in that one. So people were hyped about that and talking about it, and we already knew that there would be a HD version of the Suikoden games, but I think this is the first time we've ever had a release date. Anyway, because of Ayuden Chronicle, I think.
Yeah. Well, I honestly, I must have missed that we already knew about an HD version. So
but it's been a long time. It's been a long time. And I don't think there was any sign of release date in the past. So I think people will still be excited to finally have to know when they get to play it.
Yeah.
For me, like Neva, the one that was the done by the same people that did Grease. Well, it looks like the same amazing art and animation as Grease, but with more depth to the game. There's combat and anyway. So having played Grease, I'm pretty excited for that one. I think it could be really good. Like you said,
yeah, that one's on my radar.
I was going to ask, is that one that was the one that had like side scroller similar to like Limbo almost? Is that right? Or the other Inside? I don't remember what it's called.
Inside.
Inside.
Yeah, Inside Limbo. So yeah, it was a side scroller. I don't know how directly, because Limbo and Inside, they're both like puzzle platformers.
Right.
Yeah. There's not really any combat. There's not really any combat in those two games. It's all about just like solve the puzzles.
Don't get caught.
Yeah. So yeah, Neva, that one looks really good. The Suikoden games, like Anthony said, I've never played them, but I know a few people that are mega fans of those games. So they review well. It's one of those ones where a lot of the things we saw, like if they review well, maybe I'll play them.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. There were others I wanted to bring up.
I wasn't able to say anything. I was just kind of glancing over as I was in between work stuff. But one of the Indie World ones that caught my eye was that Pizza Tower.
Oh, right.
That reminded me of like old school Windows platformer games. You know, that one looked pretty fun.
Pizza Tower's been out on Steam for quite a while, like maybe a year even. I remember getting a ton of buzz.
So this is an older game that they're just releasing to Switch then, is that?
Yes.
I'm understanding. Okay.
I mean, it's not ancient, but it was.
But it's not like new. Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of those ones that, like, I think people, as soon as it released, were like, "Why isn't this on the Switch?" But
Yeah.
and it's taken longer than I would have guessed to come to Switch, but it did have a lot of buzz and was a big deal for a little while on Steam, I think.
Yeah. So let's see. What else did they have? They had Balatro. I'm just going over the list of things that I wrote down from what I saw. Balatro, the card game thing. Neva, which we talked about. Coffee Talk. Yeah. The Sea of Stars one looked pretty interesting.
Yeah,
I've
I'm
never
excited.
played any of those.
I'm playing the main game right now.
Oh, wow.
And I just barely got to one of the characters they referenced, the watchmaker.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I got that far before they
dropped it, spoiled it. Something. Yeah. You can appreciate it a little more. Yeah. And they had that.
Sea of Stars, what you said, it looks like Chrono Trigger a little bit, like it's intentionally meant to be.
They had another one like that reminded me of Chrono Trigger, and a couple that had similar artwork to like Dragon Ball Z. I think they were in the partner showcase, but yeah, I don't even remember what they were. I'm looking through my list here. Monster Wrangler, maybe Dragon Quest. I don't know.
Maybe the Suikoden games might have reminded me of Chrono Trigger a little bit, but.
Nervloid says no Katana Zero DLC. Fraud Tano as usual. No one cares about Silk Song.
Yeah, well, we all knew that Silk Song wasn't coming. That was my only prediction. There was not going to be any Silk Song, and I knew I was going to be right. So,
when will it happen? Huh?
It won't.
Eventually.
The only way it's ever going to happen is if we all stop believing that it will. Or the world is going to end first. Who knows?
Do you remember like 2 years ago when they said it would release in the next 12 months?
Sheesh.
Or even farther. It would have been 3 years ago at this point. Anyway. Oh, man. That was the last time.
It gives me more time. Oh, sorry. I was going to say it gives me more time to play Hollow Knight. So.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah, you better get to that.
Yeah. It can't come out.
There's probably no hurry at this point. Oh, that's true. Maybe that's not coming out because you're not playing the original.
That's why they're waiting for me. How considerate. So they also had the Shrek Power Wash Simulator. Just what the heck? Anyway, Morsels. That one actually looked, like I said, it was kind of had this like charming but really quirky, really weird, like. Intestines, I think, was what the logo was made out of. Morsels. I don't know.
That ending logo looked like intestines.
Yeah.
Gameplay is really different, but something about it reminded me a little bit of Animal Well. Maybe that had like some freaky animals in some of the scenes, like a pigeon with red eyes. I don't know.
That's one I still need to play. I'll have to stream that one.
Animal Well is great.
That's what I've heard. Yeah, that one and Sheepy are the two that I have like right now on my list of like I need to stream these ones. Then they're going to be quick and easy ones to do.
Yeah, Sheepy you could play in like a single evening.
Yeah,
that one's great. And then Animal Well, like
what was that, like 12 hours you guys said or something? Maybe less.
I think you could get through it.
Depends on how. Yeah, it depends on how deep you decide to go. We all went into it being like, oh, this game is so good, I could totally 100% this. And then you're like 5 layers in terms of complexity. And you're like, oh, just kidding. Nope, I definitely can't 100% complete this. But you have fun getting to that point. That was my experience anyway.
Exactly. If you just do the basic layer of the game, then you could beat it pretty quick. But
that's cool.
Yeah, so there's layers upon layers of. And man, if I was smart enough to solve those on my own, I can only imagine how like fantastic that would feel. But,
did you have to look it up or ask for help for some of them?
Yeah, and I just felt like an idiot.
That's what my worry is. So I'm gonna if I end up streaming it. I mean, I'm sure there will be people in chat that can give me clues when I need it, but I want that feeling of like figuring it out. But I'm worried that it's going to be way over my head. For some of the puzzles.
Well, allow me to give you an idea of what we mean when we say lots of layers. There is a layer in there where you need to be able to intuit from, I think, some environmental clues that you need to solve a puzzle with knowledge of Unicode.
Holy cow.
Yep.
Good thing I'm a programmer, I guess.
So,
oh, I don't know. It was
anyway, the layers get intense.
Yes, they do.
But anyway,
when I ended up looking it up because I wanted to, like, I'm not going to figure this out on my own. So I just, and there isn't like the slightest chance I would have figured it out on my own for those final layers of the game. Anyway, but
yeah,
it's still an amazing game. It's worth playing even if you just do the first and like the two main endings or something like that.
Nice. Well, that one's definitely on my radar for the very near future. Did we lose Anthony? He's back.
Yep, sorry. My signal, I don't know why it keeps dropping.
Oh, you're good. No worries. Let's see, what else? There was the Date Everything, which I'm sorry, it's not for me.
Nope. 0% negative percent interest.
Negative interest. They should, yeah. And then they had Peglin. Which one was that one?
That was the RPG where you increase your power of attacks and things like that by doing the like bouncy ball things.
Oh, the like ball, yeah, the like breaker, whatever they call that style of old school brick breaker game, but with little pebble things.
I'm intrigued.
That one was intriguing. I actually like that the fact that they can combine RPG with that style of game. I think that was kind of cool. And then you have Europa, Metal Slug Tactics. Yeah, both. I mean, Metal Slug it's been around for a while. It's cool, but Europa was definitely intriguing. Plucky Squire. We've talked about that in the Discord. Which, if you're not part of the Discord, come, join our discussion in Discord. But Plucky Squire is one of those ones where it's like that's a definite like one that I want to buy. And then
it's a backlog skipper.
Yeah. The only thing that would stop me from playing that one is if reviews like inexplicably were bad, but like they've been previews already and they're all super positive. So
yeah,
unless
got really high expectations,
somehow mess up the end of the game. I don't know. It just looks super charming, super fun. It's like Mario Odyssey a little bit. How Mario Odyssey had those sections where you'd go 2D, right? It worked great in that game, so I can.
That's awesome.
It's like Zelda, 2D Zelda combined with Mario Odyssey.
Yep,
looks fun.
Well, there might be one or two more that I missed. I just was able to glance over and write down the names of the ones that I saw pop up. But then for the partner showcase, you had the Tetris Forever pack. I guess I don't know what that really was. It showed a bunch of different Tetris games. So
yeah. Just like a collection of all the Tetrises that have ever been released, I guess.
Yeah, that's awesome. The next one I was actually really intrigued by was Star Overdrive, which had like a very Xenoblade feel and like had F-Zero X like pipes so you could like surf in or something with his little backboard, whatever that was. But it looked really cool.
No, that one caught my attention quite a bit.
Yeah. And then Goat Simulator, definitely must buy, 100%. Everyone's gonna get that one.
I'm sure it can be a riot. I usually need an objective.
Yes.
Anyway. Wreak havoc in a sandbox. Wreak havoc.
Yeah. I mean, they said it themselves. Whatever floats your goat. So you do you. You people are interested in that.
It seems like the kind of game that my kids would probably love. Just a random animal and just.
That's awesome. Then you had the Disney Dreamlight Valley. Wasn't there an Epic Mickey as well? I think.
Yes.
Yeah, Rebrush.
And
Yeah,
that one looks good.
Rebrushed looked really awesome. They had SpongeBob, Patrick Star game, fitness boxing, which kind of looks like Just
Saber,
Dance
but-
mixed with Beat Saber and arms, and I don't even know. It was Beat Saber because it had the rhythm effect, like Rock Band style or whatever. You had some kind of X-Men Street Fighter cross. I don't know.
Is it like a Capcom fighter collection?
Maybe that's what it was. Okay. Atelier Lumia. I don't know how to say that. Atelier.
I think it was Atelier. That one looks like it could be promising. I'm curious about that one.
That one did look pretty cool. I don't know if I got the name of this right. I just wrote the subtitle, but it said Adventures and Allies. And there was like some improvements. They had like 2 times and 4 times speed improvements and auto attacks.
I think you're talking about Suikoden.
Suikoden. That's what that was. Okay, I think that was just a subtitle, Adventures and Allies, that it had. So cool. Okay, because I heard you guys talking about Suikoden, but I didn't. I've never really been familiar with it, so I didn't know that's what that was.
Yeah.
And then they talked about a Dragon Quest 3 remake, Monster Wrangler. Monster Wrangler was the.
It was one of the new classes that they added to Dragon Quest.
Okay, that's what that was. Because that was I was like, that's the one that also looked like it had like Dragon Ball Z, or the artists that worked on Dragon Ball Z. But I think Dragon Quest 3 that was all tied together. Looks like we lost.
Bye,
David. Might be coming back. And then they had Castlevania, Civ 7. We've been talking a little bit about Civilization stuff. That one looked pretty interesting. I haven't played or seen a Civ game in quite a while, so I don't even know what they've changed or what they've done different. Sorry, work stuff. And then they had Tales of Graces.
Tales of Graces F, yeah.
Maybe.
It's a light remaster by the looks of it. I was looking up. I'm a Tales of fan, but I was looking up reviews of the base game, and it's a little bit mixed. It was like a 77% on Metacritic. Some people are like, this game is underrated and it's actually really good, and others are like, it's a meh. So I'm curious. I mean, I've heard. I feel like in the past I heard some people say that mechanically it had some of the better refinements in the series, but I might be imagining things. So I'm keeping my eye on it.
Yeah. And then they had a few others that I've only heard about, really. They had some kind of like Lego looking Sims, My Sims or something, a cozy bundle. I don't even know. Five Nights at Freddy's, Help Wanted 2. I don't know if that's a new release or if it's just I'm not entirely sure, because I know what Five Nights at Freddy is, but this must be either an expansion or a completely separate game. Help Wanted 2. I don't know. Tales of the Shire. That one looked kind of interesting.
I'm not at all interested, but yeah.
I didn't even realize they were making a Lord of the Rings Hobbit style game. I just saw a glimpse of that. I was like, whoa. What was that?
I know they announced it once before, but anyway, sorry, I need to check something. You carry on.
You're good. And then they had a few others that I'm not super interested in. Just Dance, some new songs that they've got for there. So I'm sure there are a lot of people excited about that one. EA Sports. I don't remember if it was FIFA in particular, but I just saw EA Sports labeled there. Lego Adventures, Horizon. There was a Funko Pop game. I didn't even know Funko Pop made a video game. Funko Fusion. Looked okay. It's something that I'm sure my kids would enjoy. But Rune Factory, Guardians of Azuma, another Xenoblade like that just JRPG, looked really cool. It's definitely something that caught my eye. And then Yakuza. at the very end there. I think that was
the
one of the
conclusion.
last ones. Yep. So
I know it's supposed to be a decently popular series.
yeah.
Anyway,
well,
yeah.
having been distracted with work completely, I'm glad I was able to at least look over and write down the names of all the things that popped up. So
See something. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I would probably put it this way. I feel like the indie portion was the star of the show.
Yeah.
I feel like I came away feeling impressed by the creativity and intrigued by the unique gameplay styles they were showing there. I would probably give that portion an 8 out of 10. There's some solid things I was pretty interested in. The partner showcase was more underwhelming for me. I'd probably give that one a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, I would agree. I'd agree. The indie games definitely caught my eye a lot more. There was only a few exceptions, the Xenoblade looking ones, JRPGs from the partner showcase. But otherwise, there was a lot more in the indie world that I was like, oh, these look really cool. But, or just really fascinating, intriguing, weird, quirky morsels. I'm looking at you with your Ghibli style.
Yeah, that got me laughing pretty good.
Peglin, yeah, Plucky Squire, a lot of really good ones there. So anyway, I think we will wrap it up unless there's anything else you want to say, Anth.
No, that's all my thoughts. Other than just that, I think despite some of these things being pretty interesting, I think this is just another one of those signs that the news we're waiting for on the successor, the Switch successor, is around the corner. I'm hoping.
Yep.
But
yeah,
there's still some interesting stuff in the meantime.
Any prediction as to when we might hear about the Switch successor? Do you think we'll hear about it by the end of the year?
No, not really. I don't think they're going to want to cannibalize their holiday sales. So
that's fair. That's fair. Man, I wish we had more info about it because it's just around the corner. March is just half a year away almost. So
yeah, I guess we'll see.
Yeah, well, I'm excited for it. A lot of good stuff. So you guys stay tuned for all the fun videos and other news that we'll be sharing in the future. But until then, hope you guys can drop a comment, leave a like on the stream if you liked what you saw, and hit that subscribe so you can be notified of our future videos and other reviews and reactions that we'll be doing. So thanks again, and we'll catch you guys next time. Keep it nerdy.